Grace.
Okay.
Ready?
Thousand buttons you want to push.
Hey, Joe, when did you want to hear? Park visits.
We're doing everything.
After,
Well, it always seems like we're doing
It's like our discussion, yeah, discussion items.
Right.
I've been taking care of Travis.
thank
We
All right,
did.
so, we're gonna open up the, Keystone Recreation Department, meeting, and Andre, can you please do a roll call? You know everybody?
Sometimes.
Okay, we got it.
Lindsay, Timbrook, Andrea Matthew, Travis Grass. Oh, Denise, I did Nancy before.
that's all right. Many things.
Nancy Mills, Maureen, Very Blue, and.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Not to go backwards, kid. Hey.
that's it.
All right, so everybody's present. And, I'm gonna, first of all, does anybody have any comments or anything on the minutes? The previous, board meeting today? Question, anything? All right, so I'm gonna approve the minutes of the May, commissioners, board meeting.
All in favor?
Somebody have a second.
Okay,
Who made the motion?
I just
I
did all
just
of
made
it.
it.
Oh,
I just made a motion, so Travis can't, he went to national, so he can't,
Yeah.
and you were here, Renee, so you could make the motion, who wants to?
Um,
All right, second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, great. New business. Lindsay?
I don't have any new business, except I think I told you guys Julie was gonna come and present projects today. She was unable to make it, but she's gonna come at the next meeting, so July 13th, she will present her, list of projects and give you guys updates on all those. Try to see what last one we had Jack come, so we did a
Yes.
rundown and everything, so, if you're interested, we can either get you the, audio transcript of that, or, just the notes and everything, so that you can review if you want.
Thank you. One thing I have, everybody's quick. All right, so one quick thing I have in new business is, just a lawn cutting on, basketball courts right now.
Yes,
Just minor, but
yeah,
that's all.
Gotcha.
And, one other thing I have is, just in my mind. Can go back to it once we go finish new business.
I mean, when I was away, I was still reading the Freeman and stuff like that, so we're doing a compost plan. as
yes, yep, and I'm gonna let her kind of break that down to you guys when she comes, but I mean, essentially, it's a voluntary program. They're starting to roll it out, I don't know what the latest number of registration is, but she had people sign up very quickly, like exceeded the
You registered to
expectation.
use it?
Yeah, and so what's good about this is, there's several locations throughout, mostly in our parks,
Right.
yes, and it's a collaboration with DPW and Parks. Our guys don't really have to do anything except bring those bins to the street or to the curb. They don't have to go through it. The hope is that people will really follow the instructions. If they're signing up to do this, we're hoping that they're gonna, cooperate with the rules and make sure that we're not contaminating anything. But Julie has taken on this project, headfirst, and she is planning on going through all these items for the first few months, just to make sure there's no contamination. There's also a code that everybody will be given, so they'll have their own unique code, so that way, if they'll know what's being put in, and at certain locations, if they start to see that there's excessive contamination, I think they plan to do direct outreach, to just kind of, reiterate what should go in there, what shouldn't, it's all about additional education, so.
So I do remember,
Yeah,
so, I don't know who's in charge of horticulture here, but,
with, I'm trying to what?
Horticulture. Hold on, help me out.
Trees, like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
horticulture,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, no, that's all right, I was saying.
So, it came across me today that I know someone who has, greenhouses. That the dimension is, 15 yards by 10. And they wanted to get rid of them off the property. And by selling them for a very, very small amount, like 500,000, something like that. But they're huge, it's a farm. And, or they're gonna destroy them and get rid of them. So I was wondering if somehow that we can, I could speak to them, and you can talk to the mayor also, or whoever's in charge of horticulture. And, maybe we can get that from them and use it for a project with the city.
I just don't know who would maintain it though, but there has to be people that know how to run a greenhouse, right? You're saying it's essentially a greenhouse.
Yeah, but it's like 5 of them that they're like in perfect condition. So I don't know if it's the city or I don't know who we can contact for that. But I think that it's essential to use, you know, to use it for teaching or
Yeah.
for plants, for whatever it is, but I just can't see this going to waste.
But you don't necessarily care who's going to obtain them, right? Because I'm thinking like Cornell Cooperative Extension, you know,
There you
they
go.
have something in mind.
Yes, and
Why? It's the why.
so, so let's,
For a community garden.
But you're right,
There's a lot
to
of
see them crushed would be.
I don't want to see, I mean, they're like in perfect condition. Only thing you have to do is put the 6 mil paper around it.
Right.
That's all it is, 6 mil. And it's, you know, they have to be disassembled, which isn't hard. It's only ratchet and whatever. It's in on, 209. And it's not too far. No, 209 on, it's right before Ellenville.
Oh,
Like, yeah, 209. And that vicinity, yeah. But it's, I mean, I have pictures of them also I can send to you all. But, and I do that and you can see, I mean, it's, I'm like, I can't see it's going to the scrapyard. Or somebody, you know, if somebody doesn't purchase it.
I think they're like retiring, is that what's happening?
No, it's, a family is purchasing the farm.
Oh, someone, okay.
It's not, and they don't want any of that air, any of that.
So if the city has somebody, who, you know, like is in charge of planting the trees or whatever, maybe they want to do it.
Right, or you one of them said,
Or a Y
For
or
now.
or an
And
M.
then I said.
But there's a bunch of
community
them,
garden. Isn't there a community garden down at Rondout?
Well,
Or?
there is, but I just don't know that they'll have the capacity to take that on, and that's.
All right, but there are
Yeah.
others, aren't there?
There are, yeah,
Yeah.
and I think the Y though helps with, like, even one by Armin, I think the Y is
Is that-
working with health and wellness
that's
on.
state, right? State of why? No, I'm sorry, in the Boys Girls Club, I'm sorry.
Dan.
Dan,
Yeah.
The pipe is-
No, I don't think the Boys and Girls Club manages that one, though, I think that's through the Y, and I know, Emily with health and wellness was really instrumental with the Y group to get that, I think, up and running.
So let's see, if we
They're
can-
all like separate people though that do them.
so if we can get a list, somehow we can contact them. And they just have, I think it's, when I see your picture, you know, like,
Yeah.
Right.
this can't just
Give
get
me the
crushed.
opportunity.
Scrap, yeah, it's great opportunities, you know, everybody want plants, everybody want green,
Mhm.
so this is a essential way of.
Right.
What we need.
I mean, if all else fails, maybe.
Oh, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
And then there's the farm hub, that's on 209, right?
Really, right?
In Hurley.
And they're 10 yards by 15 yards.
15, 14, it's like, yeah, it's just pretty big. It's like 15 yards by 10 wide. So it's just like, it's 1, 2, 3, it's like 5 of them, 5 or 6 of them.
Mm.
It's beautiful.
What farm is it?
I don't,
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, it's you.
But I think it's,
I was just thinking around that, KLT, Kingston Land Trust, they're saying, yeah.
Big thing.
yeah,
I mean, yes, somebody.
There,
So,
or we can use
Yeah.
Andre's
I know
backyard.
sometimes you buy-
Well, yeah, everybody's big.
but peaches.
Yeah. Oh, do you?
Yeah, you can use marines, hat shop, put some hats there. Yeah, see, especially.
Look at this, like, Handing out greenhouses, too, well, like, you get a greenhouse, you get a greenhouse.
You got a full.
Now, listen, I got play sets in my bag, there's no room for greenhouse. Place, yeah.
So we
All
good?
right, that's good, yeah, we'll definitely mention that and see if we can get a couple of people to consider it.
There's five.
It's 5. And, So we're gonna move down to the three action discussion items, which is department program updates.
Yes, so a couple of events and programs that have recently concluded, I just want to update you guys on. The Rondout Center after-school program ended last Friday. Andrea and Joe actually came by for that and got to hang out and talk with some of the kids and the staff. We had DJ Dre Black playing some music. We had Michelle's Traveling Treats giving out snow cones and cotton candy. She had cotton candy this time? Or was it snow cones? Snow cones. Snow cones. The Brewhoff was there, face painting. Andrew was on the grill, just, hot dog, hamburgers, all the stuff. Those kids were all very happy playing basketball. We even got to see some trick shots from our chairman here. In his fancy shoes. It is, yeah. Yeah, got a little confidence there. But, yeah, all right. 2 for 8 is not bad. 2 for 8 is not bad. The kids were impressed, I should say that.
Did Lindsay take it?
I did not stretch, so.
Lindsay, Andrea.
I did the first one.
Wait a minute, you don't have a good pride in my shooting ability.
I turned her away.
Lindsay, tell the truth.
I came up with it. The kids were like, whoa. And
How many, Lindsay? It wasn't a couple, Lindsay.
You don't know, 3.
Three,
Lindsay, tell the truth.
But how many though? I must
Like
look
like 6 in a row.
60, 3 out of 60.
Hey, I turned away after a
I
while.
can make you.
I started talking to Andrea and she's trying.
Did it hurt you? Painful, she said.
Maureen, you're the one, you and this guy, I told you guys.
Oh, you're the reasonable one.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're the ones.
Well, she had to warm up that much.
This all right, Nancy, you out.
Can you show us the moves, just
Yeah.
right while we're here, just because we weren't there?
Yeah.
Is that it?
It's one of those like slip outs.
You sit elbow like this.
Right, that's perfect, that's perfect.
Oh, that's right, and then his watch went off.
Okay.
They couldn't figure out, we couldn't figure out his Apple Watch, and then he's like, they're right there, everybody fine, look at this. But no.
Listen, we're gonna go live one day. We're gonna go live.
But I'm gonna let you have your actual speakers on, I don't want no excuses. But anyway, it went very well, I know the kids were very happy, they had a great time, it was nice to see everybody having a good time for the end of the season, so. And I think the staff did a wonderful job with these kids this year, as always, but it just, it was great, it was a good season. Something new that started happening in our building, I'm not sure how many of you heard about it, but the Lights On program that was happening at high school is now
Going
moving.
into, that's.
Yeah, so, so far, I think there's been 3 weeks of it, they've been ranging somewhere between 30 and 40 kids. But they have 200 that are registered, so
Who's in charge of this?
I gotta look for the name of this program. The guy Chuki, but it's probably, the group that he's with has a separate name. This has all been going through the mayor and the county exec, so I have not had any communication with them.
And what days?
Fridays,
And
now
what time?
I'm told this is only going through, I think the 16th.
16th of this month?
Yeah,
And
the
it ends
16th, and then
after-
they're taking a break, and then they have to figure out, I think they have some other logistics that they have to figure out. Because my understanding is that on past Fridays, they've got a lot of kids. And I don't know that our building can sustain 200 kids if they all were to show up. And also, I believe at the time, haven't been able to offer new kids to sign up because they're not sure of the capacity. I also think that the group that's running this is having a hard time with staffing.
Yeah.
So, there's just some inner stuff that they gotta figure out,
200 kids is,
it's a lot of kids. In the field house, it's fine, I mean, I'm sure even there it's probably a lot, but it's definitely the space for it. Our building is not designed.
Is there a way we can get the name of the organization?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can find it,
It's from 6 to 8 or
I'm sorry, it's, 6 to, I think, 8:30,
6 to 8?
yeah,
Stop by there today.
no, it's Fridays,
Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I just didn't want you to show up and be like, oh, he's here, and it's blowing me up, and, it's like Fridays.
You know, I'm just grateful that we are such a great team here. We work together. We have a lot of harmony
You
here.
feel the love flowing.
Number love here. And and it's a pleasure. You know, despite of the truth not being told, Andrea and Nancy Pelosi, don't worry,
Andrea lost interest and walked away, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know if she saw your second shot.
don't worry, my coach will be here next week, not next month.
Right?
Ron Wood's my coach.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you guys know how I shoot.
Let me see if I can the group that, a couple more weeks, I'll let you guys know, or if it ends up somewhere else, I'm sure, that will be made available, the information will be made available to us.
And you said that ends on the 16th.
Yep, June 16th is the last, day this is for that. Beach volleyball has started up, are you playing beach volleyball this year?
I haven't played before ever at beach.
Beach, it's hard, that's kind of harder, isn't it?
Yeah, I would think so, and,
Yeah,
You know,
Andrea,
it's already started, she said,
last time she played, the ball was in the Hudson River.
That's
no, I never actually played on the beach before.
all right, well, I just wanted to know, it started, this past, Monday, or Tuesday, maybe. Yeah, Tuesday, so it's all right, you're okay, yeah. One Strike Fitness is what the name of the group is. One Strike Fitness, yep. 6 to 8:30.
And who's runs it? I mean,
The gentleman that I keep hearing is Chuki. I think he's, works at the Y, or works with the Y for different programs. Yeah, so.
Okay, cool.
Yep, all right, yeah, so beach volleyball has started up, it's been going well, we did have to cancel one day because of that wind down there, which is crazy, because it's not always just the rain, I guess, but at the beach, it is, yeah. We had our first Movies Under the Stars last, Saturday, coupled with music in the park, yeah, it was, yeah, it was, and Black Panther was shown, which was very nice, the turnout. So the next one is June 10th. It's gonna be, there's gonna be a live performance by Alessandra Trio. Yeah, so she played at Python last year. She was great. And there's a live performance of Nancy Ostrovsky.
Oh, it's wrong.
Ostrovsky, thank you. Yep,
It's on June 10th.
yep, Gallo Park.
There's gonna be a movie.
Pablo Shine Trio is at 7. See, this is what's nice though about the music, and the music, you know, they have a few different acts that come on, and then we end it with our movie, which is gonna be Selena,
So,
on June 10th.
do we have a schedule of that?
Yeah, I can send you guys a flyer,
Yeah, please
everybody.
send that one.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
I've actually been posting that.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
I said it.
I invited some, sorry.
Yeah, we got a bunch of those. But yeah, so there's a few more this season, you know, we tried to mix it up this year, tried to do some different movies.
And Juma Sultan is even better,
Yeah.
right? Juma.
Oh, yes, I did see that, yeah, Juma, yeah.
Juma used to play. Who's
Who told my father told me that, yeah, it's great, yeah. All right, yeah, so we're excited about this
that's
one.
not a bad resume.
Yes, I'll be sure to send you guys the flyers that, we also had our senior bus trip yesterday. And it was a hit.
Was it?
Yes, and so I was supposed to go, one of our rec leaders went, I was gonna go with Chris, but, as you guys saw yesterday, I was at the ribbon cutting for the Van Dyke Apartments, which was super exciting. Yes, it was my great grandparents, so that was great, you guys did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
I know it's not really rec related, but that was, it was just very, very nice, and, it's just, I felt really proud hearing the stories and just, you know, just to hear the contributions, the dedication, the blood, sweat, and tears that happened before me, it's just, it really is, moving, so. I'm grateful that you guys
The presentation.
did all that, yeah,
Yeah.
lovely, really lovely.
You take school.
Well, you know you throw down, I've never denied that, it's your basketball I have a problem with, but food is always up for you. Yes,
You can cook, you just
yes,
can't.
no, for the whole event, it was
You think
wonderful.
I'm
At least I got one or two.
Yeah.
Pizza blank.
Listen, no one would knock you if you're not go to your game anymore, because you know, as you get older, it looks like a slide, your food should always be on point.
You
There's no, food's supposed to get better with age, you know?
Hey, nobody's siding up with you, just you on that AARP side.
It's all good, but it was great.
Not getting like us.
Sorry. But yeah, so sadly, I wasn't able to go, but I was told the seniors had a great time. Chris got a standing ovation when he got on the bus. They were so happy. The woman performed, so it was a Motown tribute. Telling you, when I saw the video, it crushed me. It sounds like they really got the seniors really involved. And it wasn't just seniors, there was a high school trip there. So it was, it was all, yeah, Chris had a lot of different people, Villa Roma. Yeah, so I guess in the middle of nowhere, so they got this nice resort and they, really what they mostly have to do there. But yeah, everyone had access to all the amenities, all day. They got a 4-course meal with wine included. Yeah, and it sounds like they just had a great time. We got a lot of new seniors to sign up that we've never met before, so they were really looking forward to some of our other stuff. Yeah, so that went well. A lot of people want to know what we're doing next. We're probably gonna revisit the casino, because that just seems to be such a popular one.
Which one?
The one in Monticello, they throw us,
Resorts.
they throw us some vouchers, because when you go on a Thursday morning,
Yeah.
they're like, here, $20 vouchers, free food, so. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What we did, now what we did, we tried to mix it up this year to allow, because like some people called, they're like, can I bring my age with me, can I bring my daughter? So we did do a price variation for people that were, younger than 60. So that way people don't feel like they can't go if they don't have someone to go with. But that trip will likely be more affordable just because it doesn't come with as many expenses, so.
What are the costs for these?
So the bus is a pretty big expense because no matter how many people we get, we have to pay the same amount. In our van, we could take the van, but it's not comfortable, we definitely don't want to, if you have people that are in the cost of how long. And then, of course, like, so Villa Roma, for example, was $55 a plate. Well, not just plate, but per person, which included, I mean, I think it's a great deal, but if you consider people on a fixed income,
Right.
we had to factor in the bus. So it ended up being $85 for residents, 95 for non-residents, and 100 for anyone under 60. But, for an all-day event, it's not terrible, but I can understand that might be a little high for people that, just.
Yeah, social security people.
Yeah,
They could drink and eat as much,
this one, my understanding was like, family style, I think it was like, I think there was, 4-course meals that were just on the table for everybody.
I mean,
Yeah, it was a good deal. Yeah, and, but we're gonna try to look and see, if we get any partners, that can kind of work with us and see what we can do. But the casino's nice because there's no charge for the actual resort, so we only have to worry about the bus. So that's the, we put this flyer out, everyone was like, what are you guys going back to the casino?
Oh, they like it.
Yeah, but then we got people that were like, we want to do other things like the casino, so, we did. Yeah, we're trying to, so we're trying to, get input from people every time we speak to them, we try to ask what their interests are. It's a little tough.
Well, we keep doing the same thing over and over too. People get so, some people,
Yeah.
I'll just go next month.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I'll just go,
So,
it's
can I-
mix it up.
And like you're saying, Travis, with the mix up, so I was wondering, speaking of seniors, because it's not a whole lot that's going on with seniors.
Mhm.
And is there a point downstairs that you have like a simple exercise class for the seniors?
We do,
They
Yeah, they do.
oh, yeah, we do, but,
So why-
It's not to say you're not a senior, I mean, we are working on the over 50 though, that came up recently, so, the basketball.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's good, you said exercise, okay, I got you.
No,
I
but
see.
for the seniors.
Yeah,
But
no, so we do, we have, the month of, I think it was a 6-week program, Health and Wellness actually did a walk group inside the gym. To give them an alternate, space, I think it was supposed to be a support group for, I think, folks with arthritis. And actually got popular by the week, like each week there was more and more people that came by. Line dancing is every Wednesday. We have our home crafters on Mondays. Bingo is Thursdays, and we're up to about 60 people
That's
on it
good.
today. Today it was the most we've had in a really long time, so, so we're gonna have to start to expand a little bit. But something that came up on the bus trip, Chris said that there was an interest in doing a trivia. So, so we're looking at doing some senior trivia and, so we're trying to hear from the people and see what they want. So it's good that you're speaking up, so, we know what you want, for your folks.
So,
We're working on it, basketball, it's on the list.
but, no, for the seniors,
Yeah.
Seniors.
The other seniors, oh,
I'm a junior senior. So, also, I know it's a little early, but is it possible we can have a Christmas party this year for the seniors?
yeah, they used to have,
We used to have it years ago.
yeah,
And it hasn't been in a long time.
And
well,
then
community action used to do it.
What,
Oh, I was gonna
for,
say.
They
for
do it New Year's
New
Eve.
Year's Eve, or New Year's Eve.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
community, and they do ask us about that often, and I don't think the same person is there, but, we can definitely reach out and see if they have plans to bring them.
I work with him, with that organization.
Howard, is that?
Yeah, I work, Greg Howard is,
Right.
there's another person there.
Can we have it here, and that, is it possible, and I'm asking
What's it
the
called?
board itself, is it possible we can have it at, not, at,
And the rest
at the ground, not, the rec center?
It used to,
That's where it was.
It was.
Yeah, so can we have it again this year and have, maybe we can get some kids to cater to them this year? I think it's time for us to get back to them because they paved the way for us to be where we are now. And it's time to, and I'm being really serious about this. I don't think that they're being recognized the way they should. And it's all about what's going on, but nobody ever really, I can't say everybody, but people in general don't really, should do more for the seniors.
Mhm.
And that's something that we should say, thank you for what that you've done for us. And this should be every year again, because it's been years since it's happened. It's been a long time. I think we should bring it back. And I think we should work on it, have it decorated nice, have some food there. I'm a great cook. We can have whatever it may be, but just make it nice, classy, and they can have a good time, good music.
Almost like a prom.
Well, the time that I spent at community action, like decades, but, we did, in October, November dinner also.
Yes,
Thanksgiving, right?
Well,
Was it?
yeah, it was Thanksgiving, but it was also right around election time.
that's what, I was told, when a woman approached me about that.
So
Yeah.
all the elected officials paid
Would-
attention.
Yeah, because they
Because
put their
seniors
vote.
vote.
Yeah, they vote.
So, they would come and they, including senators and stuff, would
Yeah.
come and help us serve food. We're the servers, so we'd go out and they would come and do it and introduce themselves. And people, felt like they're getting something.
Yeah.
But I think your point is really important, more so than people realize. As a therapist, I see a lot of people and I see increasing numbers of people who are lonely, sad, depressed, they don't have a lot of people in their life. They sit home, even if they get a meal delivered, it's not, it's just dropped off the door. And so the social interaction would do a lot. And, like you're saying, they're the ones that brought us up. So
Right.
maybe we can do more along that line for them. Bring them together in a setting that, where you feed them.
Exactly.
And the comedy show, even, like, we could have, somebody with, basketball.
I was thinking about it.
There's a little snow on that one, but.
No, but it's just that they need to have more fun.
Yep.
And that's how you preach something negative. It's start bringing more joy to this community, and the community really starts within and then it comes out. So if we have a good community within, it'll automatically, like this setting right here, it's nothing but joy and it's a good community. So what we doing, we give it back to the community. And I really think that, that this is something that we should do.
Let me, I'll reach out to community action and see if there's an interest in bringing it back and see how we can support that and, yeah, absolutely.
Guess what?
Yeah.
If they can't do it,
Yeah.
I think
They can.
we can do it here.
Yeah, no, I don't wanna step on toes, if
No, no,
that's
no,
something
no.
that their thing, I just wanna see
Just
if
put
that's
it,
like, yeah, I just wanna.
They can do it in conjunction.
Yeah, I think it's always, my understanding, it's always been like a collaboration.
Collaboration.
Yeah, so I just wanna see what their, how it's been on their end and what they feel they're missing, if there's something we can do, like if
Exactly.
there's a reason that they feel they can't bring it back, maybe it's something we can supplement or whatever, we definitely have, we have money in the budget for certain things and we can definitely work with that if it's one thing. We have to act, so Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's for me just going up political seasons when it's happening, it should happen all the time.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
year, we should do something, which
Yeah.
we do here,
Mhm.
but in general, just in general.
But, and harp on the seniors, but like for the seniors, you know, the kids get out and they go to school. In the winter time,
Right.
older folks don't want to go out a lot of times, not everyone, but many, and they stay in, they're in the house.
Right.
And they're, you know, more isolated. So the more things that we could do, we could do some, but we can do the one thing, but then maybe look for doing a regular schedule thing. Every couple of months or something.
Why can't we go to them, like the senior citizen homes, why can't we go to them and do something there, a lot of them can't get around. But how about we go there, just, everybody does bingo, everybody play Scrabble, everybody, some type of, whatever it may be. You know,
I think we should probably visit those places and see what activities they have.
And when we did the community action dinners, the city provided the buses and stuff, and they would go to the senior residences
Pick 'em up.
and pick people up, and then when it was over, bring them home,
Yeah.
which is important, transportation. They don't have that.
Right, that's,
You know, they can walk downstairs, maybe, you know, and some can run 10 miles, but a lot of them, you know, they can't walk more than 100 yards. So, you know, they walk downstairs, they get on the bus and they come there and they're happy and,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, little music playing.
All right, absolutely. I will say that, you know, it was probably bad timing, but, our staff was discussing, doing a Valentine's Day dance. But it was back in, I think, 2021, when COVID was still very much of a concern. But the county was willing to provide transportation for us, so they, you know, now that we don't have city bus, we do, you know, we are kind of lacking with transportation, but, we do have vans and we are able to transport anyone from 21 and older, so, there's no issue with that, but the county seems more than willing to.
So we got
help
the
with that.
county itself with the buses and the
Right.
Office of the Aging.
That's right, yeah, and so I'm just saying for a city, because there does seem like there has to be some sort of, what's the word? Mutual or shared.
Yeah, coordinated. effort.
Yeah, so it's,
That was so big, the
Yeah.
transportation was so
Yeah,
big.
definitely. So, we can certainly look at that. I think it's great. Thank you.
and the last, good.
What for, I mean,
Well, we're still,
yeah, so you, I could go on and on, I mean, you.
yeah, we still go. No, this is all this one discuss, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna tell you about seniors, we do have adult nature hikes. And actually, I think Casey just did one, oh, so I'm not on there. Well, anyways, Casey did one, last week and it went very well, she had some, couple of seniors that went for a nice, easy, not moderate, one of the easier walks, it was different levels, so if you're interested. Easy and moderate, so we're trying to bring those back, and so the difference, I think we are doing kind of like a soft registration for this, where in the past it used to be drop-in. And, you know, along the way with the pandemic, we just noticed people stopped showing up, so we're doing a little bit more outreach to get people to sign up in advance. There's no fee or anything, but it's just to get an idea, so our staff don't show up, you know, no one's there. Yeah. So, got a couple of ribbon cuttings coming up, so waiting on some additional details for a couple of these, but next Monday, the Andy Murphy Neighborhood Center kitchen is finally done, it's completed, it is beautiful, it's getting a deep commercial cleaning today and tomorrow. And we will be doing a ribbon cutting on Monday at 11 o'clock, if any of you are available. I would love to have some of the commissioners there if possible. This has been a long time coming, I'm sure many of you know, and we are really excited to unveil it.
and so that's, the fifth.
Yep, the 5th at 11,
I'm excited too, I think it's great, it's
yeah,
finally.
oh yeah, it's gorgeous. Lot of work, lot of energy, a lot of dedication went into this one, and it's really paid off, it's gorgeous. So yeah, we're really excited about the kitchen. We are expected to do a ribbon cutting for the Hasbro Park Playground. That's supposed to be on the 6th, but we're waiting to hear back from JFK to make sure that it aligns with, I think with their schedule. So that may change. Actually, as I see now, it seems like that might be a busy day for them. So I will let you guys know if anything changes with that one. The pool house is also complete. So that's another big one. We have that tentatively on the calendar for the 8th. But we,
A lot of ribbons.
What,
on the same week, yep.
Yeah.
What'd you say, John, sorry?
what time on the 8th?
The 8th, I believe, is 3. Just double check that.
Thursday.
Yeah, and again, I will let you guys know if any of these change, because a lot of it, with the pool, it's mostly about making sure that, all of our, chemical deliveries come in and making sure that they're able to do what they have to do, so that it's good to go. The beach is opening on the 17th, the pool is opening on the 24th, pool and splash pad.
Each 17th.
Yep.
And how's our lifeguards?
Lifeguard, we have many lifeguards, we have, I think,
Wow.
including our aquatics director, we have 20. And most of them are committed fully to us this year,
Thank you.
which has been, usually the issue is that they have multiple jobs or, but this year, I think the majority of them, I think there's maybe 2 or 3 that said that they can only service floaters. Which is fine, but we are looking pretty good, with the staffing. Usually the pools,
Open on the 24th?
yes, the beach is the 17th, and the pools the
On
24th.
Saturday.
Yes, yep. And then from then on out, it will be Wednesday through Sunday for both of them. Monday and Tuesdays for the summer camps, and then the beach is only Wednesday through Sunday.
So on Monday, Tuesday, the beach is only for the summer camps?
No, the pool, yeah. The beach is closed because we have to give the staff their 2 days, we just don't.
So people can still go?
Yeah, well, they're not, they can
They can't go in the
they can go
water.
to the beach, no one's supposed to go in the water when there aren't lifeguards. Yeah, it's not safe. No, I would not recommend it.
I hear you.
But yeah, so we're really excited about our summer season, summer camp is coming along.
Is camp closed? Register.
Nope, except Forsyth has been full probably for.
2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a waiting list for Forsyth, but junior naturalists, I think a couple of the sessions are full. But our other locations are still open, some of them are getting higher, I actually think Hutton might be the next highest, but still, I think at least like 25 or 30 spots, so. But these next couple of weeks is where people start remembering that they didn't sign their kid up, so if you have anyone that needs to sign up, I would definitely have them do it right away. Summer camp starts the 26th. So there's, usually there's a parent orientation, I think usually the Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday before, depending on what park people go to.
Do you need any more, summer youth employees over here?
No, we have one full,
Full staff.
yeah, we
Okay.
completed our hiring at the end of May. Yep,
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yep.
The pool, opens up at, what are the hours?
it varies, yeah, we're still finalizing the schedule.
Oh, okay.
But let me tell you something new we are offering this year. We have a woman, does anyone know Julie Kalani?
Oh, yeah.
Kalani, Kalani, yeah. So, she is working with us this year. She has offered, to provide free swim aerobics for the community this year. So Mondays, it's early morning, but there is a group of, lap swimmers that generally ask if we have any other type of classes. So she's offered, I think Mondays 8 to 9 is the time frame for that. And so she's willing to come in and offer that,
That's great.
just to give something back to the community. The pool is free again this year. The mayor really wanted to make that, another year of free access. The struggle that we have though is on weekends during the summer, we get a lot of people from out of town. That is tough, so people should try to get there early.
Yeah.
So it's fine for people out of town to come in,
Yes, we can't, we can't,
keep it to Kingston.
we can't differentiate, we looked into it because there were a lot of complaints from people, like residents that felt, they see all these license plates on the parking lot from people from Jersey, Connecticut, and it's interesting to me that people come from Connecticut to go to our pool, but I mean, maybe they're here visiting, maybe they're, you know, I mean, they're here for other things. Yeah, they're just coming here for the pool, but I can understand it might be frustrating for people that wanna bring their kids and now we've reached capacity, but you know, we've been told very clearly that we can't say, no, you're not from Kingston, we have to keep it, you're just not allowed to do that,
What
so.
are people from Kingston, I mean, who are not residents? Maybe there should be a fee charge or something.
Well,
Yeah.
you can't do that, and especially because the pool, was funded by a state grant. And so once you get grant funds in there were very strict rules about what you can and can't do, with your, you know, with facilities
Because I
and
can see that residents,
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
upset. if-
Yeah.
We'd have to charge everybody.
Right, and that's the mayor doesn't wanna charge, and I don't, you know, I don't think he wants to keep it free for as
I'm
long as he
thrilled
can.
with the free stuff.
Yeah, we love free, I mean, yeah, we love free.
No, because people are struggling. you know,
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know,
This is an outlet, I mean, like.
Yeah.
and kids need stuff and adults
Right,
need
sure.
places to go.
You got past there by noon.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And that's what we tell people, is like, if you get there first thing in the morning, make a day of it, you're in, you know? I would not wait beyond 11:30.
Yeah, don't go at noon.
No, especially on a 90-degree Saturday,
Oh, no,
yeah.
stay home.
That's nice, then. That's good.
Yeah, so I think people are gonna be excited, so we are gonna announce, you know, the schedule and everything, we're just waiting to get the details of the ribbon cutting sorted out. And so I'll send that along to you guys once we have that.
Excuse me, I have to leave.
Oh, yes, have fun.
JFK.
Yes, we don't have to.
Enjoy it.
And chorus.
That's all I have anyway, so I don't know if you guys have anything else.
I have one quick thing, park update, Nancy, your park is good?
Oh, I didn't get to go, my only thing is that I do need those trash cans on Green Hill, you know, on the walk,
Yes,
okay?
yes,
We have more
yes,
dogs than people.
yes, yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
but bags.
Oh, can you get those? Can you get?
We gotta get something installed, but yeah, we can look into the, you know, the.
That would-
Yeah.
School bags.
Yep.
Okay,
Gotcha.
thank you. Have a
Thank you.
good weekend.
Have a good weekend. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Andrea, how's your park?
I went to Hasbrook, I have not made it to Hutton this week, but I went to Hasbrook, everyone's good, they were doing the, obviously, we're gonna the playground, well, got done, and then I went up top. It seemed pretty good, they have like a soccer goal up now, which is, different, usually it's more just like a.
Well, we're turning that into an adult soccer field, so there, you know, we haven't, our guys are taking down the fence. And we've been working closely with K Thunder and some of our other partners with the adult Sawkill League. They were using deets very frequently, and of course, they pitched the idea of another location. Hasbrook was the one spot that we thought could work. But we are gonna have to do some, you know, some work there to get it where it needs to be. So the first thing we have to do is take down that fence and, they offered to help, level out the field, put down some grass seed and, help us line it. And, yes.
The baseball, that's.
No, we decided to take that out, you know, we feel that, there's a growing need for soccer space that we just have never really had. And so we feel that the beach is really just for young kids. It doesn't even work for like the teenagers that try to utilize it. It's really more for like younger kids, like 8 and under.
Yeah.
So this is our,
Children rather than
Yeah.
adolescents.
yeah, and so we're trying to, meet the needs of all the different groups that we have. And soccer is the one that we keep getting calls from and questions about and where can we play? And so the mayor and I decided that Upper Hasbrook would probably be the best place to do it.
So with the softball, they still,
We don't really use Upper Hasbrook for softball. I think they use it for practices, but we don't use it for games or anything.
Yeah.
yeah, and then it was, paved by the,
Did you see that? Yeah, yes, the park lot.
It's nice.
Yep.
It's really nice.
but the one part though, like the overlook towards the water,
Mhm.
that was pretty overgrown, I don't know if that would be city responsibility.
Is it on the other side?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to ask. I don't think our guys go over there.
It's such a beautiful.
Yeah. I'll have to ask about that. Okay.
Great job, Andrea.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
What a guess. Travis, don't worry, I took care of your
I
park.
just said, what do you like now?
I took care of your park.
Come on, he's still in honeymoon mode.
Yeah, you say, I'm
Yeah.
ready to go.
He's still in the bungalow right now.
Where would you like me to go?
Yeah.
His hair's still good.
Just tell me everything look good.
He was taking care of himself and he knew somebody.
I trust the staff.
I like your ring on your finger.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So, I've been looking at your parks, it looks like pretty good up there.
Alright. Which was my?
Yeah, he doesn't know which ones are his, he wasn't here for that.
Yes, you wasn't here.
It wasn't-
No, that's why you took
I
those.
wasn't in the meeting minutes either, I didn't read them.
Oh, yeah, so you have, Candy Green.
Wait.
I mean, it is in there.
No, we were emailing. Did you we ended up emailing after the fact, because you guys asked me for the list of all the places.
Double check.
Right.
Alright, but I'm a category.
Yes, you, I mean, if you want me to you.
Don't worry about it, Travis, I'll find the notes, it's pretty fine.
Good, fine.
I'm not gonna do that to you,
Alright.
I've been
Well,
beating
you
you.
have a time,
I tried to-
you should be me.
Yeah.
So Travis, you have a Academy Green,
Alright.
and the other one is you tell you.
So I got a couple things. First, quickly, now that building is done.
Yep.
We want to, I haven't talked to the mayor about it in probably a year, but you know, the Boxing Hall of Fame, the plaques and stuff, so we can talk at some point about how that would play out. And with you, with Al Cole, he comes up and sees you, right? So we can include him in it, he's a big time guy, so. But we couldn't do anything for the last 2 years because first COVID and then the renovations over there. So that's great that that's being done.
Yeah.
Parks, I have 3, last I know. Foresight, Rotary, Kingston Point. Foresight looks good. They were doing some excavation one of the times I went there and, but other than that, it looks good, except, the mulch areas are bare. There's bare spots.
When did you last go?
I don't think it was last week, I think it was.
Yeah, 'cause we just had a full delivery, so
Did you?
it might have been after you went, but yeah, so we had to wait for the delivery of, the company to come in, but I think May 17th,
Well, that solves that then.
yeah, just if anyone wants to see, we do have an Instagram, by the way, if ever, so
Yeah,
if
I,
anyone, no, I don't expect you to be on, but I'm just letting you know, so, yeah, that's Eva.
you know, since we're the seniors, she doesn't expect us to get on there.
I just, don't- you know, I gotta be
No, I
honest
hear you.
there, but I just want, so what we try to do though is show, you know, because the mulch is always a big thing, and it's
Yeah,
why we try to convert to the pour in place, because
Right.
this is a very costly thing, they go everywhere.
right, and that's it. It wasn't that it wasn't there, it was just that it was.
Like you said, move around, yeah,
And,
absolutely,
you know, kids are jumping off the things, which is what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You know, and kicking stuff and it's flying around, but
I'll have them double check in if there's any
no,
areas that break it.
if they brought stuff there, then it's good. There's always gonna be bare spots in that setting, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 weeks after they put it down, because people
Yeah,
use it. Rotary Park, look, I love Rotary Park. Nobody goes there. Nobody,
I don't think they know where it is.
people don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's secret.
Yeah.
But the people that know, but the other people, I have people ask me, because I put a thing up about the parks, and they said, well, where's that? You know, they didn't have any idea where Rotary Park is. They know where the ball fields are.
Yeah.
They know where the beach is. They
Yeah.
do not know about
Yeah,
Some
Rotary.
people, for whatever reason, call it pretty
I
park.
was gonna say, I've heard that a lot, yeah.
Pretty park?
Yeah.
It is a pretty park.
It's nice, it's settled.
I mean, they look at the old time photos of there when it was really a hopping place, where the boats
It's
landed.
like a full-on carnival.
Yes,
It's like
yeah.
amazing.
But that's a beautiful place, and, you know, and it's more rustic than the rest of them, so I'm not looking at, oh, there's some rocks over there.
Yeah.
It's good, you know.
Yeah,
You know, it seems.
And then Kingston Point, and, been there a couple times. First, I'm gonna say, I went there for the cleanup. And,
oh, yes,
Yeah.
saw the pictures, thank you for that, yeah.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
them? Because I
yeah.
said, I don't, you know, I'm.
No, I got them, yeah,
Good.
we saved them for our annual reports and
What
stuff,
a,
yeah.
a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful group of people
Yeah.
showed up. With, you know, with people were using shovels and pluckers, I don't know what they're
Yeah.
called, things you pick stuff up off the ground. A lot of work, they were carrying logs, I mean, logs that came in, not one, many. And people worked for hours and the beach transformed in that. The benches were under the sand pretty much. They dug them out, they set them where they needed to be, where they thought they needed to be. What was amazing about that was the camaraderie amongst the people that were just hanging out, and there, some knew each other, some didn't. But they wanted, and they were interested in forming a regular group to go down there and do that. We were talking about it, calling it the Friends of the Beach or Friends of Kingston Point. And to come down, not the high level stuff of like Foresight Friends, but, you know, maybe raising some money and stuff, but to come down and a couple of times a year and clean up the park and,
Lovely, yeah.
who was there from?
Casey?
Yeah,
Casey,
yeah, Casey, and Casey has all of their contact
Yeah,
information.
okay.
So they're all interested in that. Almost every one of them said, yes, they want to do that.
Yeah, that's nice,
So it joins them together.
yeah.
But other times when I went there was a lot of people. Oh, I mean, it was really nice to see us. 100 people, there was hot days. We had a week of whatever.
Yeah.
And that was the biggie. And, you know, people were in the water. Of course, there's no lifeguards, but, and on the beach, the pavilion had people in it, the boat launch. And I talked to a lot of people there and there was a lot of suggestions. And these are just what they gave me. I'm not saying that they're accurate or one of them, I agree completely with.
Yeah.
You know, one is that we do a sign or something about, because there's these piles of bread and stuff that people feed the birds and the gulls with, and it attracts rats, and it's also harmful
Yeah,
to
you
the
shouldn't
birds
be
and the
doing
gulls.
that, yeah.
And I don't think the people are doing it maliciously, I think they don't know.
Yeah.
So if we could, you know, and I immediately thought of Mark.
Yeah.
Because he's my bird expert, you know, I don't know, I mean, I like birds and all that,
Yeah.
but he's a bird.
Oh,
Yeah. No,
So he, if we could use him to do, you know, for educate us and maybe create a sign or something, or signs to go there. What else did they say? The birds and the gulls, they wanted another pavilion. Because if this one is full or
Yeah.
and one that for the general public to get, because there's nowhere to get out of the sun. To replace or refresh the yellow concrete pillars that are at a little bit of an angle.
okay,
I said, I don't know, but you know, what do I know about that? But, some gazebos or shelters on the beach, 'cause there's nowhere for some of them to get out of the sun. And then, when we were ending and getting ready to go, Dr. Habib was there. Dr. Habib was, he was the beach guy for 20 or 30 years, you know. He was the lifeguard down there as a kid. He was, you know, he's still there every day. He's there every day. And so we know each other fairly well. He said, you need pitchforks, not the shovels.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to pick up all the sand. You know what I mean? So when you're picking up all the debris, and he's right, we didn't have enough of them, you know what I mean? Live and learn. So, but they did a great job with what they had. As good as they would have done with them, but it might have been easier work for them. But he said that when you pull in, all the way to the left is a shaded area, and that they had, in the past, I don't know when, but in the past, cleared that out and put like picnic tables in there so that the people, particularly the seniors, had a place to go get out of the sun. And I said, they all sound good. I don't know what, but I figured I'd bring that information to you and see what
okay.
this group thinks and what you think can happen or not happen, or.
I think it's picnic tables in the shade is an easy solution.
That sounds pretty simple, yeah. You know, I like the idea of the gazebos, but I mean, how costly is that and how? So I get there first thing in the morning and this is my gazebo. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
All right,
Well, we can consider that, you know.
But it was, you know, I left happy, I felt impressed by all of the parks, but particularly that day because of the people that were coordinated to come out, and the rec department leading that.
Thank you for helping out,
Thank you so
being
much.
there.
That means a lot. Maureen?
I ride past Lauren often and it just,
If the law courts are active.
yeah, it just.
I know.
It's easy work, and,
Go ahead.
and, you know, no complaints. And then Raquel Knox Park, playground is, that seemed to be in good shape.
No more missing patches, I hope?
I didn't see it.
Okay,
I looked
And-
yesterday.
and-
I was there yesterday.
And the gate seemed to close.
okay, yeah, they fix that, good,
So that was good.
good.
We are proceeding.
No, it was fine. Yesterday, I'm prepared.
Okay.
So I have, which parts I have? No, I can't think, I'm sorry.
No, she's not
Excuse
in.
me, I know what I have. I was checking,
checking
see if you was on, see if you was on
We
point.
have urine, I know you
So
have
I have
urine.
the urine and I have, block water.
Oh, block, yes.
Yeah, and I took that charge of parts when he was done.
Block, I'm told that there should have been some improvement there.
There is some.
Okay, all
It
right.
looks good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
They were on that one.
They were working on it.
Okay,
Believe me,
all right.
they did an excellent job.
Good, that's good to hear.
Van Buren Park is pretty good.
How's the garden? Because we have a steward that takes care of the garden, asked for some mulch, so we brought that down.
The garden looks okay. I'm gonna look up there again. I'm going up there actually today to check it out again. Figured, because I heard about that also.
Okay,
So I figured I'd give them time that they have to do.
Yeah.
Check. I'm gonna take a look at it when I leave.
Okay.
I have to go up there. So I think, and I have some people up there also that's willing to help out
okay,
up there.
yeah,
And I spoke to some of the, one of the rec leaders from, Children of Keystone.
From what
and
state?
The Children's Home.
oh, okay, yep,
And what they want to do, they want to partner with us and help cleaning these parks, keeping the parks, maintenance, the park, maintaining the parks. So
Yeah.
maybe we could assign a park to them as well. Something that they want to do on their own with their kids
mhm,
to get involved with the community.
yeah,
They're not really involved, like the children's home used to be really involved with the community.
yeah,
And things have changed over the years, but now they want to come back and be more involved. I had a meeting with them. So I think if we can, maybe coordinate a meeting, or I could just speak to them on behalf of the board, if that's okay. Maybe we could sign up a park to them, and maybe that could be some of their recreation of giving back to the community as well. Because they want to get more involved with the community.
sure.
So would you want it to be a park that the community that they live in? Like that would be Hasbrook, right?
Yeah, but they're willing to go to.
Any place?
The kids to help out, whatever.
Maybe we need to look at the one that.
Right next to them,
Mhm.
Raquel Knox Park and
And then
Yeah,
Rotary, the Beach, Hasbrook, they're all right.
Those right there.
So we can give them a list of the parks or whatever we need, or
Yes,
something that, yeah, or whatever that we're involved in. Because they want their kids to get more involved with everything that we're doing. So like, whatever we do with the seniors, whatever we do with the basketball, whatever we need, basketball, whatever it is, they just want to start collaborating with us to get more involved with our community.
I think that sounds great. In terms of a cleanup, if you can get me the contact person, because there's just some paperwork that they have to
Okay.
kind of fill out, and I just want to go over the logistics with them, just so that way, our maintenance staff are aware, and we can have them meet with Steve and kind of go over the needs.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Were you speaking to a woman?
Actually, is that.
Is it that's,
Yeah, oh, and,
there also.
who,
Judy or something?
yeah, Julie, yeah, yeah, so we, but we have to move this meeting. All right, so at this point, I'd like to,
just one sorry, last thing, with the park store in the summer, what do you guys think about doing a visit?
Oh, yeah.
Or then bring.
With the ice pops, yeah,
yeah, can we do that?
yeah, you
Can
have
we
these.
further discuss that at the next meeting?
Yeah.
The specifics?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
that sounds like a good idea.
Put that on the agenda.
all right, all hearts and minds clear, we're good.
Yeah.
Thanks for the great productive meeting.
Yes, thank you, guys.
And, continue to work hard as a team. And at this time, I would like to go to the meeting. Make a motion.
Second.
Second, all in favor? Nobody opposed. All right, have a great